This is David Russell, Global Head of Market Strategy for TradeStation. And today we'll look at major events for investors and traders. Stocks just had their best week of the year, thanks to a dovish Federal Reserve and strong earnings. The S&P 500 rose 2.3% between Friday, March 15th and Friday, March 22nd. It was the biggest gain since mid-December and followed 2 weeks of modest declines. About 4/5 of the index advanced, including 10 of the 11 major sectors. The S&P 500, NASDAQ 100, and Dow Jones Industrial Average all made new record highs. The Federal Reserve confirmed expectations that it will likely cut interest rates by 75 basis points this year. The announcement came despite higher-than-expected inflation in January and February. Policymakers also sharply hiked their estimate for economic growth from 1.4% to 2.1%. That maintains potentially favorable conditions for investors, with interest rates moderating despite a strong economy. Other events were supportive. Leading economic indicators unexpectedly turned positive for the first time in 2 years. Home builder sentiment, housing starts, building permits, and existing home sales beat forecasts. Initial jobless claims were lower than feared. Alphabet, which lagged earlier in the year, rallied after Bloomberg reported Apple might use its Gemini AI model on iPhones. That could be an important victory for the search giant, which has mostly lagged in the artificial intelligence race. Reddit also priced its initial public offering at $34, the high end of its range. The social media company spiked as high as $57.80 and ended the week at $46. AI chip designer Astera Labs priced above the published range and ended the week up an additional 94%. Do those strong deals suggest demand is returning for tech IPOs? Apple, on the other hand, fell after getting hit with an antitrust lawsuit. The Justice Department alleges the smartphone giant has used its dominant position to control other areas, like payments. Apple rejected the claim and pledged to fight against it. Home builders and semiconductors, the leading industries in the past year, were the top performers last week. Strong data and lower bond yields lifted housing. Chips rallied after Micron Technology beat estimates and raised guidance. The company emerged as the newest beneficiary of the AI boom, thanks to high bandwidth memory. It had the biggest gain in the S&P 500 last week, and its biggest weekly gain since March 2020. FedEx rallied after its express business increased profitability much more than expected. Both Myron and FedEx showed significant margin expansion, following a broader pattern last earnings season. Continuation of the trend could be another potentially positive trend for stocks. Cannabis stocks, including TLRY and cannabis growth, jumped. The rallies came after Vice President Kamala Harris and Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer pushed separate measures toward legalization. Real estate investment trusts were the only major sector to lose value last week. Precious metals and biotechnology also struggled. Lululemon Athletica fell the most in the S&P 500 after issuing weak guidance. Nike also dropped after predicting sales would slow before new products are launched. And now let's chart the market. The S&P 500 ended last week above 5,200 for the first time and is up 9.7% so far this year. Most indicators seem to confirm the bullish trend. For example, the advanced decline line climbed to a new record. TradeStation data also showed 114 index members hitting new 52-week highs, the most since May 2021. Those points indicate a broad number of companies are participating in the rally. The Relative Strength Index, or RSI, also remained above 50, where it's been since November. That can reflect a tight and steady uptrend. A rising price channel has also emerged. Will the upward momentum continue? Some traders may think it will, given the relatively quiet calendar in the next few weeks and the approach of earnings season in about a month. And now let's turn to the coming week, which is relatively uneventful. It's also cut short by Good Friday. New home sales are due today, followed by durable goods orders on Tuesday. Crude oil inventories are on Wednesday, along with earnings from Carnival. Thursday brings initial jobless claims and results from Walgreens Boots Alliance. Despite the holiday, Friday also has the personal consumption's expenditure deflator, which is a potentially important measure of inflation. Personal income and personal spending are in the same report. Thanks for watching. Please visit tradestation.com for more.